Geek Insider presents Geeky, Cheeky, and Downright Freaky with Matthew Harris. He's taking a closer look at some of the wonderfully weird, gloriously geeky, and freaky things in our world.
Welcome back, everyone. This was supposed to have been a short hiatus for Geeky, Cheeky, and Downright Freaky, and it turned into this one long hiatus, and that's just because of life. But tonight, we are going to cover, as the card says here in the YouTube channel, the Mandela Effect and celebrity death. But before we get started, I do want to advise everyone that this is not this particular show, but the Geeky, Cheeky, and Downright Freaky as a whole is for mature audiences only. The reason for that is because I cuss in my sleep. I can't do a show without swearing. You're going to hear F-bombs, GD bombs, the whole 9 yards, because it's me by myself. I'm usually drinking. Just kidding. Well, I kind of am. But anyway, the views and opinions expressed in this live stream and on the podcast may not reflect the beliefs, policies, ethics, or official position of our content providers, advertisers, sponsors, or hosts. And with that being said, welcome back, everyone. Y'all can see, if you haven't already seen on our Geek Speak show that Meredith and I do, I am in a new studio. There's a long story behind it, but I got this nice big studio here. This is just specifically for the podcast, and I got a recliner over here for guests. Sometimes I sneak in here and do a little bit of work. The artwork behind me, folks, this is by my wife. The Joker she made me after the movie. You can't see it, but it has all kinds of the lines from the movie. And then this one over here, this is my vision of David versus Goliath. It is Smaug versus Baby Yoda. And Baby Yoda has his cup of soup or coffee or whatever, and he's just got his hand up because Smaug ain't got nothing on Baby Yoda. But anyway, if you're tuned in on the YouTube channel, you can see that. If you're not, if you're on the podcast, well, you should join the YouTube channel and watch these shows live. I am not quite sure. We are going to switch the time frame up on this from Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock to, I'm not quite sure yet. It'll still be Wednesday nights. But anyway, so on to the Mandela Effect and celebrity deaths. And if you were tuned in a while ago when I tried to get this going, I apologize. But the Mandela Effect and celebrity deaths really started with Nelson Mandela himself. At least kind of sort of for me, and I'll explain that here in a minute. Nelson Mandela, for me, he died in 1989. I remember specifically seeing his funeral. I can picture it to this day that I saw his funeral. That's how I learned about Nelson Mandela. And then all of a sudden, he is alive and he's being released from prison a few years later. And so that was the first. Well, I can't say the first because Tank Man, which is right here, Tank Man, a lot of you may be like me and remember that Tank Man, during the Tiananmen Square incident in China, he was actually run over. And this had to be just right before Nelson Mandela, because I remember being in high school when this happened, and I was out of high school when Mandela died. But Tank Man, he didn't die. I specifically remember him getting squished on live TV. It was horror. They had to give disclaimers on the news. But now he jumps up on the tank, and he is rushed off by friends. And my thing is that we never knew who Tank Man was. Another part of this was that we never knew who Tank Man was. But now, all of a sudden, Tank Man has been revealed. And that is new just with the research I did today. That's new to me from just a few months ago when I did another segment on Tank Man. So Tank Man never died. And there is a whole slew of celebrities that either never died, they're alive right now, or they died multiple times. Now, the multiple time ones, it really gets me because now this first one, I don't share. I don't remember Larry King dying multiple times. He just passed away this year in January at the age of 87. But Jerry Stiller, I do remember dying multiple times. I remember he just died in May of 2020 at the age of 92. But I remember him dying before that, where I remember just thinking specifically about Ben Stiller and how sad that was for him that his father had died. And then my wife remembers specifically Cicely Tyson dying long before her death in January of this year at 96. And that's another one. It seems like I kind of have a memory of her dying before, but I just don't have a strong anchor memory of her dying. Now, for me, the champion for dying and coming back and dying and coming back and dying and coming back is none other than Billy Graham. Now, as of right now, Billy Graham is dead. He died in February of 2018 at the age of 99. But if you go on Reddit, guys, and just look up Billy Graham, you're going to see so many posts where they're going, hey, I thought Billy Graham died last year or last month, last week, what have you. And then all of a sudden, he's back alive. And I do specifically have a memory of him dying at least twice. And finally, well, 3 times, twice and resurrecting, becoming zombie Billy Graham, and then finally this last time in 2018. Now, as I had already said about, those celebrities that we thought were dead, but they're alive. We had Tank Man. Louis Anderson was actually my introduction into the Mandela Effect. The whole reason for that is because he was, and what I knew, he had died, and they had contributed it to, I forget what the reason was why he died, but they were saying things such as that it was part of the Family Feud curse, because Richard Dawson had died right around that time, as well as Ray Combs had committed suicide. And then, of course, Louis Anderson was a host of Family Feud, and then he died. And again, you can look on Reddit, and there is people that remember specific reasons, specific ways that he died, but I don't remember specifically how he died. I just remember that he died. And then all of a sudden, a few years ago, probably early 2017, I saw a commercial, and it was for something. It was for something that was older, and so it could have been an older commercial, and they played it, and it was with Louis Anderson. And I thought to myself, wow, the family must have given permission or the estate must have given permission for his likeness to be used, or not his likeness, but for this to continue to be used. Didn't think nothing else about it, and I don't know how long later it was that I saw the commercial or the trailer or preview for Baskets with Louis Anderson. And that blew my mind. It really did. It floored me at the time. I had a new girlfriend, which is now my wife, and once I started spiraling down this rabbit hole, she thought I'd lost my mind at first until she started witnessing a lot of the Mandela effect and the synchronicities and the possibilities that we're living in a simulation. We're living in the Matrix. But just one second, I just lost my train of thought. which happens all the time. Louis Anderson, he was my introduction into it. And, what I did was, as I just looked up Louis Anderson's death, and it came up, that this was a Mandela effect. And I'd heard the Mandela effect, but I'd never really researched it. And so once I started looking, it really blew my mind, because then I found that there were other people that remembered Nelson Mandela's death. And then other people that remembered certain things, Kit Kat. Oh gosh, just a second. Let me take a look here, because there's a lot that I have down that are my main Mandela effects, the ones that are undeniable to me. And just one second, man. Okay, and so, of course, the Berenstain Bears, that's a big one. I remember my sister reading Berenstain Bears, and my kids, my daughters, and it was Berenstain or Berenstein, because I always had the problem of, well, how do you pronounce it? The Stein? Is it Stein, or Stein, or Stain? And then all of a sudden it's Stain. And then there's only 50 states. I recall, and a lot of people recall, that there were 52. Thanksgiving's on the 4th Thursday, not the 3rd. Forrest Gump quote, he never says life was like a box of chocolates. He never says life is like a box of chocolates. He only says was. And so it woke me to a whole world of possibilities, that reality wasn't what we thought it was. And real quick, guys, I want to take a minute here, just a break. I don't have a bump for these guys, but I'm probably going to have one here pretty soon. I want to pay some bills here, or pay a homage to some friends. And that's Hometown Heroes CBD. And you can find them at hometownheroescbd.com. I had actually purchased CBD from them a couple of months ago, a couple of months ago. And I enjoyed it. I was switching to CBD from marijuana, and I enjoyed it. Well, then I'm doing some outreach for Geek Insider. I run across Hometown Heroes, and we click. Me and the gentleman over there, we just kind of clicked. He sent me a bunch of cool stuff from over there to see if I was going to like it, because they started doing Delta 8. Now, if you don't know what Delta 8 is, guys, it's Delta 9 is THC. That's what gives you the high in marijuana. Well, Delta 8 is just right below that. It can give you a buzz, but doesn't get you quote-unquote stoned. Anyway, I enjoyed the heck out of it. You get the benefits from the CBD side of things, and then you also get a little bit of buzz from the THC, and it's perfectly legal. I actually got high for the first time legally in Texas. So anyway, check them out, hometownheroescbd.com, and then we're going to run one other one. If it is on here, I don't see it. Well, then let's have some fun. I don't know if these guys are still around or not, but I enjoy their little bumps, and so let's check it out. If you haven't ever seen this or heard this, it's pretty funny. So we're going to run a couple of them real quick.
I am a unicorn meadow. Hopefully you're 5'4", brunette, and a C cup.
Looking for love during a health pandemic? Try COVID Connections, a new dating app for a new normal.
I'm technically a virgin. I mean, as long as you don't count, like anal.
Find your connection on Instagram at COVID_connections_.
Hi, I'm Penelope.
My name's Kevin.
My name is Ramona.
Hi, I'm Sal.
I am a unicorn meadow.
Gotta stay connected, one match at a time. Life is meant to be lived.
I'm looking to meet that someone special here on COVID Connection.
COVID Connections, find me here.
Where are you?
COVID Connection.
COVID Connections is not responsible for any side effects, including nausea, dry mouth, constipation, skin rash, loss of taste, smell, shortness of breath, and diarrhea. COVID Connections encourages safe practice of social distancing and face coverings for all dates to reduce the risk of exposure. Ask your doctor if COVID Connections is right for you.
Oh, good God. Not the toilet paper! Not the toilet paper!
Those are too funny. I got a bunch more, but we're not going to go into all of those tonight. And then, anyway, so back to the Mandela Effect and celebrity deaths. With the Mandela Effect, there's so many aspects to it. You got product changes, you've got geography changes, you've got hell, the spot of us in the universe has changed. We went from one spot in the Milky Way to another, and you can even find freaking documentation that says that we were in this one spiral arm, and then now we're completely moved. And so the Mandela Effect is a very freaky kind of thing, and the deaths are a huge part of it. Like I said, Nelson Mandela was the first one. He set the tone of what the Mandela Effect is people remembering someone dying, and then all of a sudden they're back alive. Now, another one is none other than Liza Minnelli. Now, this is another one. Now, a lot of people go, oh, well, you remember Carrie Fisher dying. Well, Carrie Fisher and Debbie Reynolds are, what's her name? Her mother. But anyway, it has nothing to do with her and Judy Garland. You know, some people say, well, it's because Judy Garland died. Well, why would we think that Liza Minnelli died? I don't particularly share this one again, but my wife does. And then I looked online, not so much in Reddit. I didn't see much in Reddit about Liza Minnelli, but I did see a lot on other websites. And then we've also got, now this one I do share a lot, Sidney Poitier. He is still alive. And this one, I know that I heard he passed within the last year. And then it was funny because I was asking my wife about different names, different people that were alive and had been assumed dead or that had come back to life several times. And she mentioned Sidney Poitier. She said he died several times until he finally died. I messaged her and I said, well, funny enough, he's alive again. And she's like, you're shitting me. And nope, Sidney Poitier is alive. And then finally, another one that we have, and this one could just be confabulation, I guess, but Ringo Starr. Now, the thing is, the reason that I included this here is because there is a lot of people that remember that Paul McCartney was the last surviving Beatle. And I remember that specific train of thought that McCartney was the last surviving Beatle. And so I don't specifically remember Ringo Starr dying, but I do remember the whole thing with McCartney being the last surviving Beatle. And then, of course, there's a whole thing that, you know, the conspiracy theory that McCartney died a long time ago and was replaced by somebody. But anyway, folks, that, you know, this inaugural show has not, has hit a few speed bumps, to say the least. And it's not going to go for as long as I thought it would. I just wanted to come in and I wanted to cover the Mandela Effect, let everybody know that we're back. And we will be back every Wednesday night. Now, the time slot may change, so watch the Facebook, watch my Facebook, Meredith's, or the Geek Insider Facebook. Also, I want to let you all know, and this will be news to Meredith. I know she's listening out there. We are going to start a raffle very soon. $1 per entry, and one person per month is going to walk away with something very nice. And I mean a couple of $100 worth of gifts. And we're going to do that every month for the foreseeable future. And so you're going to want to watch the website. I've got an article coming up for Geek Insider that will explain the raffle. We'll be talking about it on the shows here as well as Geek Speak. And we're really going to push this. And of course, we'll probably do something where reoccurring, where every month you can go ahead and get your 1 ticket or your 5 or your 10 or your 20. But I know this first month we're going to do a watch, the Zepp watch that itself is worth over $200. I believe it may be $150. But on top of that, I'm going to throw in some swag that is from Full Moon Features. And this includes some old school VHS tapes. This also includes some DVDs, some Blu-rays, some little collectible toys, some masks like this one here. I had to sneak one out of it. This is the Killjoy mask, but there are others. There's the Gingerweed Man and a couple of others. And so all of that, and when we lay it out, I will lay it out as the whole package. I will let you know what you're going to win. But that is going to be be starting here really quick. And like I said, it's just going to be $1 per entry, and you can enter as many times as you want. We have been trying to think of ways to do giveaways for the audience because we get some really cool stuff here. But we're going to go ahead and do a raffle because we can't utilize some of the tools that we wanted to use to be able to build our YouTube channel and our Facebook channel. We can't utilize those or we can't implement that. And so we're going to go ahead and do it this way with a raffle so that everybody has a chance to win at the end of the month on the draw date for each month. We will draw a winner. We will announce just their first name, last initial. We will contact them via email, and then we will ship out the items that they have won. And like I said, we're going to do this every month. Also, watch the website because we're fixing to open up a brand new section that is going to have all these exclusive discounts that you're going to be able to get because of our partnerships. And I'm talking one, Hometown Hero CBD. You're going to get a 20% discount. We've got our buddies over at mobileedge.com. You're going to get a discount over there. Lumen, the body shaver, body cream, and beard stuff. The Meridian beard shaver or body shaver, and then the Lumen stuff. And then there was the Neuraloop headphones and or Neurophones and Neuraloop. You're going to get a discount on that. So be watching the website for that. And of course, folks, again, if you're listening to this on the podcast, you definitely want to go over to YouTube, search up Geek Insider, and then watch our shows live. We do several shows several times a week, and we're on video. And the ones like Geeky, Cheeky, and Downright Freaky are best viewed through YouTube because a lot of the times I do show the visuals. Let's just say visuals. But anyway, take a look at the studio, guys. One of my masks fell, but you can see my giant Batman over there. You can see my Superman, my case of all the statues. This is one heck of a studio, and I'm still building it up. There's some Harley Quinn pictures over there. And like I said, I still got a little bit to do. But this is fantastic. I want to thank you all for tuning in tonight. If you all have any topics of the Mandela Effect that you want covered, shoot me a line, Matthew@geekinsider.com, or any other geeky, cheeky, or downright freaky topics you'd like to see covered. I want to thank you all again for tuning in. Make sure that you tune in every week. I will let you all know the show times. Y'all have a fantastic day, fantastic week. I am out of here. Y'all have a great one.
To all my lonely people still falling from the tree. To all my broken lovers, still